Hey, what's going on, guys? It is Pro here, and welcome back to another episode of the Factions How-To series. I hope you guys are enjoying what I have put out so far. Last episode, we did just some basic filters here, and on this episode, I'm going to show you guys reverse protection for the bottom of your base, as well as roof protection for the top of your base. And as always, at the beginning of every episode, like I say, you guys have anything in particular that you want to see in this series, go ahead and comment it down below. If you see something commented that you like, go ahead and like that comment or comment the same thing and I will see it. I do read all the comments, guys, whether I reply to them or not. I do read them. And again, guys, if you're watching this series, I don't know if I'm gonna have to say this every episode, but I'm not doing cannon tutorials on this series, you guys. I'm sorry, but I am not doing cannons on this series, so I don't know if I'm going to be doing any cannons in the near future for that matter. Anyways, in today's episode, like I said, I'm going to be doing some reverse protection as well as roof protection. I'm not really going to like completely build these for you guys, but I will go through them in detail and tell you, all about them and everything. So first up is the Regen Floor for your underneath your base. So pretty much the Regen Floor is like if somebody's raiding you and they are reversing, well, with this on Cosmic, they're gonna have to reverse Hybrid, because now that now that Gigantic TNT can't just break blocks through water, which is really good now. If they were going through all this and, like, let's say they broke in and then they wanted to go through right here, that lava is going to flow down and it's going to just gen those blocks, and it's just going to keep doing that. And it's just going to keep doing it and keep doing it. So pretty much they have to keep hybriding or figure out a way to possibly regen bust up through where your lava is. So like if you have water on top of this, like let's say this is covered and there's water on top of this, and then they get that one shot that just breaks that that water layer and it flows onto the lava. That's pretty much like how they're gonna get through this. So yeah, so this is a reverse protection. So you just have a few layers, just put a few layers on Cosmic. You don't need like a whole bunch because not a lot of people use reverse hybrids. It's actually like kind of an older cannon tech, so I don't know why people stopped using them, but yeah, so just put a few reverse layers. If you're afraid that you'll get reversed, then just add more layers. If you have a sky base, just put a lot of layers on it and you'll be just fine. So the reverse layer or the regen layer itself, you want to have bigger than your base. So if we turn on my chunk borders here, as you can see, this right here is one chunk, and then I have it extended about roughly 4 blocks out away from that one chunk. So I mean, it's completely up to you guys if you want to make it bigger in your base or if you want to make it the same size. It doesn't really matter. It's completely up to you however much work you really want to put into it. So yeah, so all you do is just fill this with water, and then you'll just put a layer of lava, and then on top of this, if you wanted to, you could just cap this off. So if we just put this right here and this right here and cap that off, and then you could just build your base on top of this right here, your one chunk base. So like let's say this right here and this right here, this will be what is it, 49. So this would be like your base. So let's just stack it like 30 up, whatever. So like that'll be your base, and then that'll be your reverse protection right there. So that's pretty much how the reverse protection works. That's the main one that pretty much everybody uses, except for this one right here. A lot of people will use the cone underneath their base. Now you can make this as big as your base or bigger than your base. Doesn't really matter. It's pretty much the same concept as that right there. It's just in a cone shape instead of flat. That's pretty much the only difference. So you could put you know, some layers underneath this and then put your cone right underneath your base, but that's pretty much the main concept of reverse protection. There's not really much else that you can do. Not that I can think of just right offhand. This is pretty much what most everybody does. So if you want some reverse protection, go ahead and do something like this and you'll be just fine. So moving on to roof protection, which is one that a lot of people were asking about. A lot of people do, like, you know, the checkerboard, and the checkerboard is good for like AC-130s and things like that, unless somebody has an AC-130 or something that can stack in one block, then checkerboard will be good. It's like, I don't know, I know all servers are different when it comes to TNT and build limits and things like that, so you'll just have to check with what your server has. But most cannons, I know there's one cannon out there right now that pretty much the only cannon that I know of that can stack in one block, that isn't fully released yet, but some people do have the schematic to that. But it's pretty much the only cannon I know of that can stack in one block. If you don't want to do that, and like let's say you're playing on Cosmic, which is, I'm assuming most of you guys that watch my videos do play on Cosmic. If you build your base at 255, like your roof at 255, you can't, nobody can break your roof at 255. They can't shoot TNT on top of it and break it. So if you put your roof at 255, then you'll be just fine. But if you want to be extra protected and you want to add that extra layer, you can gen some blocks on top of 255. So what you would need to do is cover your entire roof in water. So let's just do this real quick. This is a little trick to, like, so a lot of people that'll go through and like place a lot of buckets of water, but if you just do it this way, and this is just a little trick I'm going to show you guys, if you just place water along two edges, so place water along this edge and then this edge all the way to the end, and then just place one bucket of water right there, and it'll completely fill itself. Like, you don't need to place all the water. I know a lot of people will sit there and place all the water, but once you have all of that completely filled with water, you can literally just take a lava bucket and just go start placing lava, and you can gen blocks at 256. I guess if you want to just be more protected, or if you feel like you'll be more protected, then you can go ahead and do it this way. Or on Cosmic anyways, you can place brewing stands and cauldrons above 255. So you could place those at 256, which a lot of people do as well, to cap off their walls and things like that. But yeah, so that's one way for your roof protection. And then the second way is a regen roof, which is what I have set up right here. So you'll have a about 3 block area. If you want a bigger area, then you can make a bigger area, but I just put 3 blocks here for now. So you have about a 3 block area that's going to be just filled with water. Okay, this whole thing is just going to be water, and then on top of that, this will be your roof. Like, this will be the top of your roof. So when you stand on it, you're going to be at 255. So the lava is going to be 256 pretty much. So you can either, like I did right here, you can either put some blocks around it to make it so it doesn't flow over onto your walls. If, like, let's say you have walls next to this and you don't want the lava to flow over, you could put some blocks here, or you could just let the lava be, or act as you know, like your lava or water wall, so that, you know, somebody still has to hybrid the wall if they do get there. And if you do it this way and somebody like breaks that, the water, oh well, if you have it filled with water and somebody breaks, like if we break that top one right there, that should have genned. I don't know why it's not, but anyways, it should like gen and, you know, be annoying for the person that's raiding you. And then underneath your big water here, you can either just, you know, like break this and make it all one water, or you can make a whole floor out of it and then put water underneath that. Completely up to you. I'm just you know, showing you ideas here and kind of generally how everybody does it. So completely up to you. So that right there would be your base, which is one chunk, and then that will be your roof right there. And then if you wanted to, you can put like layers on your roof, like underneath this, or, you know, it's completely up to you. However much work you want to do, then, you know, more power to you. Go ahead and do it. But that is going to do it for this episode, guys. If you did enjoy and or want to see more of what I have done, go ahead and check out the playlist link down in the description, and you can go check out everything else that I've done. I have a playlist of it, from the filters, sand walls, to some grinders, and then I've done some regen wall stuff, and there is more stuff to come. So as I say at the beginning and at the end, if you have any ideas or if you want to see anything in particular, go ahead and comment it down below, and I will see it. And, you know, if there's something that gets commented more than one thing, I'm more likely to do a video on that. But I think the next video is going to be 45-degree regen, so that one shouldn't be too long of a video, but I'll kind of, you know, show you guys how to do that. But again, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for support, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye. Yeah.